Hi everyone, welcome to the Explorer. Today we will look at grammar.
Revision, revision, 复习. Now take out your grammar book 1. Today we will revise the 4 different types of tenses that I have taught you. The simple present tense, simple past tense, the present continuous tense, and the future tenses. Okay, you don't have to copy these words first. Forms of verbs. Okay, read the 3 words for me. Forms of verbs. Okay, you copy these 3 words into your grammar book 1. Please read as you write. Forms of verbs. Verbs 动词. Now, as you know, there are different forms of verbs. When we talk about the simple present tense, the verb is with s and without the s. Swim, swims. 游泳. Okay, so we're going to look at this verb. Simple present tense is used to show habitual action, 时常发生. So number 1, they always swim across the river. Okay, so they always swim. So they, plural subject, use a plural verb. So swim across the river. So this sentence is habitual action because of the word always. Okay, so what I want you to do is you're going to copy these sentences into your grammar book 1, and you will copy a below, okay, below each sentence, which means simple present tense, you write the title. Below the sentence, you write swim, swims, and then leave a line. Next line, write habitual action, and you write number 1. Okay, so please don't follow what you see on the screen. 不要写四个格的，在 email 里面不可以写四个格的，写不够位的，所以全部写下去就对了。Okay, so that's the first one, called the simple present tense, a verb with s and without the s. Simple present tense is also used to show a fact. Example, she swims very well. She swims very well. 她很厉害游泳。So swims with s. Why? Because she, singular subject, use the singular verb. Okay, so that's for simple present tense. So what is the past tense for swim then? Past tense for swim is swam. And the past tense verb swam is used to show past action. 就是已经发生了 past action. Now how do you know that this is a past action sentence? Check the sentence now. They swam across the river yesterday. Okay, see the word yesterday. 昨天. So 昨天昨天他们 swim, swims, or swam. So answer swam. Swam across. So use past tense because you're talking about yesterday. So 昨天他们游过那条河. Okay, 游过去. So yes, use past tense, swam. Next is present continuous tense, and the verb is MR, swimming. So with ing, and you need to use is, am, or are. And present continuous tense is, am, are, ing is used to show action happening now. 现在正在发生. And the sentence, the boys are swimming across the river now. See, the boys are, many boys. So use are. Am is used for I am. He is, she is, it is. You are, we are, they are. So the boys, they, so are swimming across the river now. So action happening now. 现在正在游过那条河. And the last one is future tenses. So future tenses use A is MR swimming, B will shall swim, C will be swimming, and is MR going to swim. Future tenses is used to show future action, 就是将要发生. And when you write, you need to write all these sentences into your book. Okay, so as you write, please read. They are swimming across the river later. Later 就是等下，等下他们要游过那条河。Or B, they will swim across the river later. C, they will be swimming across the river later. And D, they are going to swim across the river later. So all these four different type of future action, future tenses, yeah, can be used right in the same sentence. They are swimming across the river later. 就是等下他们将要游过那条河。Okay, so what I want you to do is you're going to copy these sentences into your exercise book. So as you copy, please read. Okay, so you can pause. 你可以停一下，抄完了，然后才 continue writing. Alright, so next, don't forget there is the base form. Base form 原本的字就是 when you use words like can, could, will, would, shall, should, do, does, did, may, must, might, ought to, need to, have to. One example, she can swim very well. She can swim. So if you look at the simple present tense, she swims very well. So she subject, verb swims. But now she can. So after the word can, which is a base form verb, you use the base form swim. So she can swim very well. So without the s. Alright, so please copy all these sentences into your grammar one. So remember, do not copy this way. 不要分四个格哈，全部抄向下，哎，下面这样子抄下去就对了了。Okay, so that's for the first part, forms of verbs. Now take out your level 4 grammar workbook. Page 23. Look at page 23, exercise 24. You're going to fill in the blanks with the different types of tenses that you have learned, and you will take a look at present, past, present continuous, and future tenses. Okay, let's take a look at number 1. Simple present tense, the verb drive, drives. Habitual action. My father, to work every morning. See, so that's simple present tense showing habitual action because of the word every morning. So your verb as or without the s. Okay, write your answer. Okay, singular subject, my father. Of course, you need to use the singular verb with s. Okay, next, a fact. They put the bags in the car and off. They put 他们放 so 一个事实放 the bags in the car. Alright, and 驾车走了. Alright, so therefore you need to use the verb with s or without the s. Check, the subject is they. They, 他们. So plural subject, use the plural verb 就没有 s 了. Okay, without the s. Next, my 12-year-old brother can a car. So you see the word can, base form verb after the word can, base form 可以驾一辆车 okay, 可以驾车的意思 so my 12-year-old brother can after can base form right answer now. Next is simple past tense of drive, drove. Read the sentence and check, you see the word just now, so you need the past tense of this verb drive. Next one, they here just now. See, just now means past tense. 刚才过了吗? So you use past tense, drove. But in this answer, it is not drove. It is base form. How do you know? The word did. Okay, so you can circle the word did because did use base form, drive. Next, number 3, present continuous tense use is MRING. Now, action happening now. So he 现在正在驾车去 Kuala Lumpur now. So he is or he am or he are. So write your answer. I am, you are, we are, they are. 多多啊 he is, she is, it is, 少少 is, so is, right? And then after writing the is, then you have to use the verb with ing form. Driving, D-R-I-V-I. No, without the e, drop the e and ing. The present continuous tense, which is MRING, also can be used for future action. So 将要发生也可以用的 is MRING. So if you take a look at 4A and 3B, they are the same. 4A is MRING. 3B is also is MRING. Okay, so my father to Penang this Sunday. So is driving to Penang. So the same answer for 4A. This Sunday, 这个星期日，我爸爸将会驾车去 Penang. Okay, so for future tenses, be will. So use will drive. C use will be driving. And D use will is am going to drive. So my father is going to drive to Penang this Sunday. Okay, so all these tenses are the ones that you have learned earlier. So please make sure that your handwriting is good. Write the answer properly. Turn to page 21. Page 21, exercise 21. Change the sentences below using the future tenses. Future tenses. Okay, so I hope you remember what future tenses are. And now you're going to use the future tenses to rewrite the sentences. Let's take a look at number 1. The concert starts at 11 o'clock. Okay, you can read together with me. The concert starts at 11 o'clock. Underline the word starts. Present tense showing a fact. 那个演唱会11点开始. Okay, it's present showing a fact. Now, you are going to change this sentence. Make sure you use the word tomorrow. Tomorrow 是明天. So, this is future. Okay, so 明天那个 concert 那个演唱会会在11点开始. So when you use the future tenses, you can choose one of the future tenses. Okay, let's see. The concert will start at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, so you see, the subject is the concert and the verb you have to change to will start. Why? Because you're talking about tomorrow. So 不可以用 starts or you can't use started or you cannot use is am are starting. You need to use the future. And one of the future tenses that you can use, the easiest is to use will. Will start. After will base form, remember to use base form and at what time? 11 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, so you can write the answer now into the lines, the space given. Okay, so write properly, handwriting must be good. Put your finger in between words. Okay, let's try the second sentence. John left for Malaysia with his family this morning. This morning, 今天早上. So please underline the word left. Past tense verb because of this morning. John left for Malaysia. What is the meaning? John 离开要去马来西亚. So which means John must be from another country. Okay, maybe John is from Singapore. So 他离开 Singapore for who? For what? For which country? For Malaysia. Okay, so 离开要来 Malaysia with his family this morning. Right? So you can underline the word left, right? To tell you that you need to change this verb. And check next week. Meaning 下个星期还没有到就是 future. So please use the future tense for this sentence now. So let's see. We will use the last one. John is going to leave. Is am going to. So John is going to leave for Malaysia with his family next week. See, so next week change this morning 不可以用了哈，是用时间 next week。So 下个星期 John 将会离开，要去马来西亚。With who? With his family. So your answer, John is going to leave for Malaysia with his family next week. Alright, so when you write the answer for the rest of the questions, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, please remember to change the time. 那个时间啊，在后面那个时间一定要用，然后它本来的那个时间你就要换了。Okay, for example, like number 3, can you see the word now? So is M-R-I-N-G, so that's why they use are having now. So now change to tomorrow morning. So 那个 now 不可以再用了，就写 tomorrow morning. 然后 are having 就要换去 future. So will, use will. The best is use the word will have. Number 4, will tell. Okay, so use will all the time, for the rest of the answers, no problem. All right, or you want to use the word is, am, are, going to. Okay, so do the rest of the questions on your own, and answers will be given next week. Okay, so you can pause, 停一下，做完先 then only you go on to the next exercise. Page 22. Okay, look at page 22. Exercise 22. Complete the passage below with the future tenses. Describe how Children's Day will be celebrated. Okay, so you remember you are asked to fill in the blanks with the future tenses. Future tenses. Can you remember future tenses? These are future tenses. Okay, is MR celebrating, will shall celebrate, will be celebrating, is MR going to celebrate. Alright, now if you cannot remember all these different types of future tenses, please don't forget be, will, celebrate. This is the easiest. Will, okay, use base form, celebrate. Or you can also use D, is MR going to celebrate. Okay, so for this passage, we will use be, will, celebrate. So use will, that's the easiest. Will, go with the base form. Right, so let's take a look at the example. You can listen to me and you write the answers as well, okay, at the same time. The first sentence, first paragraph. My school celebrate Children's Day next week. See the word next week. You can underline next week, 就是下个星期. So this tells you that you are using the future tenses to write this sentence. Okay, so future tense, as I say, use will. So my school will celebrate. So please write will and write celebrate. 2 words there, right into the blanks. My school will celebrate Children's Day next week. 就是下个星期我的学校将会庆祝儿童节。Okay, next sentence. We will have a concert in the hall. See, we will. 下个星期吗？所以我们将会有一个演唱会 right, in the hall. My class will perform. 将会表演 will perform a funny play. Funny 很有趣的很好笑的 play 戏剧 Okay, my class will perform a funny play while I will take part. Say I will take part. 我将会参加 I will take part in a singing competition. I hope I will win the first prize in the competition. 我希望我将会赢第一名。就还没有发生的 because next week, so I will win the first prize. Alright, so these are the answers for the first paragraph. Okay, so you're going to try the second paragraph on your own. So use will, the easiest, and go with the base form. Alright, so pause, 停一下, write the answers first before you move on to exercise 23. Right, for exercise 23. Now, before we start, I want you to take a look at question 7. The verb is missing. Okay, it's the word donate. 捐钱的捐. So donate. So please write the word donate for question number 7 first. Okay, now exercise 23 requires you to fill in the blanks with the correct forms of the verbs in brackets. So you have learned the 4 different types of tenses. So now you're going to use any of the tenses, right, that you have learned, and you fill in the blanks. Okay, so first thing is you have to read the question first, read the sentence first. All right, so like example number 1. My father the car every Sunday, and sometimes I him. The verb given is wash and help. All right. So what is the important words, or what are the important words in this sentence that tells you which verb or which tense to use? 哪一个字，哪两个字，三个字，哎，重要的字跟你讲，哎，你现在要用什么 tenses？要用 present tense 还是 past tense, or the present continuous tense or the future tenses? Okay, so in this sentence, every Sunday, yes. So 每个星期日就跟你讲是时常发生 habitual action. So when you say habitual action, the verb the s and without the s 这样罢了，不可以去想 past tense 的还是 action happening now or future 没有了，它是时常发生 verb with s and without the s. So wash or washes? My father, of course, the answer is washes. You asked okay, and sometimes I subject verb help without the s. You read it, help. He, she, it, one helps. So I help. So this is the way to decide which answer for the blanks. Okay, so you have to check 哪一个字应该知道哪一个字要跟你讲它是什么 tenses. Okay, right. Another example. Look at number 2. Number 2, what is the important word that you need to highlight or underline? Yes, the words last week. Okay, so underline last week. So last week tells you about what? Past action. 上个星期过了是吗? So what is the past tense for these words? Celebrate and the word buy. Now, if you do not know the past tense, you can take a look at your workbook, the front pages, the first 3 pages in front of your book. You can see the present, the past, okay, the present participle and the past participle verbs. So please check. 如果不会，你去前面那几面，然后去 check 一下 what is the past tense for decorate? Okay, 布置 no, sorry. What is the past tense for celebrate? Okay, celebrate. So past tense for celebrate, celebrate. Okay, 就是庆祝，不是布置，是庆祝 Father's Day. And then you need to use the past tense for buy. 因为它上个星期过了吗？上个星期 my sister and I 买了 my dad 什么？买给爸爸什么？A new watch and a tie. So find the past tense for the word buy. Okay, and write the answer into the blanks given. All right, so the rest of the questions, number 3, number 4, until number 12, please do on your own. Highlight the important words first, then only you fill in the blanks. Okay, so pause, 停一下，做完先 okay, do, okay, finish. Once you are finished, then only you move on to the next exercise. Okay, you are still doing your exercise on page 22, exercise 23. Okay, let me remind you, read the questions properly. All right, check what are the important words in the sentence last month, last week. Please underline those words. All right, 2 days ago. Okay, you have to underline every year, underline those words first. Then only you decide what kind of tenses for that sentence. Okay, once you're finished, then only you proceed. Just continue the next slide. Answers for exercise 22 and 23. Now I'm going to read the answers for you, and I would like you to mark your answers. So get ready with your red pen. So get your red pen and mark your answers. Okay, the first paragraph, exercise 22. First paragraph. My school will celebrate Children's Day next week. We will have a concert in the hall. My class will perform a funny play while I will take part in the singing competition. I hope I will win the first prize in the competition. After the concert, we will go back to our class. We will organize a class party. My classmates and I will prepare a variety of mouth-watering food. Mouth-watering food such as fried chicken, sausages, fried noodles, and sandwiches. My class teacher will give each of us an ice cream and some snacks. I'm sure all of us will have a fun-filled time next week. Okay, so you're done. Mark all your answers. Then we move on to exercise 23. Number 1. My father washes the car every Sunday, and sometimes I helped him. Number 2. We celebrated Father's Day in Genting Highlands last week. My sister and I bought Dad a new watch and a tie. Number 3. My sister sits in front of the television and watches her favorite program every evening. Number 4. Look at the sky. The clouds are turning dark. It is starting to rain now. Okay, again, look at the sky. 就是 now. 现在看天空. The clouds are turning dark. It is starting to rain now. Number 5. Yit Sing has a toothache. Present tense showing a fact. He will see a dentist later. Later 就是等下. He will see a dentist later. Number 6. I bought a new dress 2 days ago. I will wear it to my friend's birthday party tonight. 7. The rich man donates money to the orphanage every year. He donated Rm 1,000 to the orphans last week. Number 8. The grass in the garden is very long. My father will cut it this evening. Number 9. My mother did not work yesterday. After did not base form. Okay, my mother did not work yesterday because she was sick. Past tense, she was sick yesterday. Number 10. Karen is playing computer games in her room now. She plays every day for at least 5 hours. 11. My pen friend from Japan will stay in my house for 2 weeks in January next year. She will come with her mother. Future tense, okay, because of the word next year. And the last one, 12. A fire happened in Taman Bukit 2 days ago. It destroyed, ed, destroyed means 毁灭, 4 houses. Luckily, no one was injured in the fire. No one was injured in the fire. Okay, so we have finished marking all your answers. All right, so once you have finished, now what I want you to do is you are going to read exercise 22, the two passages, okay, the two paragraphs, and exercise 23, number 1 to number 12. Okay, read like how I read just now. 就是全部读出来 record, and then you send to me. 只是这一个罢了，剩的全部不用 send 给我 ，OK， 也不用拍照了，只是读 record and then send. Okay, alright, so do it now. 现在就要做了哈。So once you finish, right, okay, take a book, read 1 or 2 times, then record and send straight away. Alright, thank you.